Hello everyone, welcome to Magical Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual intuitive and oracle, and I'm here with my weekly Moonday Oracle Message. So this is a message of guidance for all of us as a collective. So it is not personal, individualized readings. It's a little bit more of a broad an overview of what we can all expect for the week. So it helps us to have a little bit of an understanding as to the energy of the week, what is the theme for the week and what we can expect. And having that awareness gives us all that power or higher hand, if you will, in knowing what we can do to best move energetically through the week a little bit more harmoniously than trying to resist the flow of energy, if you will. So again, it is a message for all of us as a collective, and while we are all experiencing life on our own individual journeys, we still are all a one consciousness, and therefore this message will resonate with all of us in a different way, or unique to our own personal situations, and at least that is the intention that I set. So there's nothing negative that comes through these readings, as this intention is set for the highest good only. I do call forth my own intuitive abilities, my higher self, and I do work with oracle cards to assist us in this reading. So anybody watching this reading, either through the live, through the replay, it doesn't matter when you're watching it back on replay. It could be months from now. If you found yourself here, it's because there is a message that's going to resonate with you exactly when you most need to hear it. Okay, so we're just going to say hello to those of you popping in. Hey, Tor. Welcome. It's so good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Hey, Courtney, my love. Hi, Lenora. Welcome. Laura. Laura. Sorry, wrong Lara. Caitlin. Welcome. Hi, Beth. I'm so happy you all could make it. Thank you for being here. So for those of you who are new to my page, how the Moonday Oracle Message works is that I like to first talk a little bit about news and announcements or any events that either myself has going on here at Magical Me or over at my partner business, Oracles of the Light, with my sisters, Lindsay and Karen. So I like to really do a rundown with that briefly. I like to talk a little bit about the energy that's going on, if anything has come up over the last few days. And then I pull the Oracle message for all of us. And then I get to a special mudra segment of the actual message, and it does go hand in hand, literally, with the Oracle message. So I will actually talk a little bit more about mudras when we get there. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Hello, beautiful Jeanette and Lynn. Hi, Ange. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. How's everybody's week starting out? Going to take a second and sip my magic brew here. It's only coffee in this cup, I assure you. No shenanigans today. Save that for Thursdays. Okay, so it's very dreary here today in New Jersey. It's pretty dark and rainy and cloudy, and it's been that way all day. It's interesting because when Tor, I just read your comment, Tor. I have not engaged out and about today, which is interesting. My daughter had a half a day at school today. It's their final week at school, so I didn't really have to run out and do much of anything other than work on some stuff for some clients. So I've been inside most of the day. So I think I've maybe sailed right on through that. Maybe anybody else can attest to that. Crazy busy Lynn. That's a good thing, right? Is that a good thing? And thank you. Hi, Liz. A little zombie feared. The energy of the day feels very like it's deliberately pushing us inward once again, which is interesting because we're actually building up to the full moon right now. The full moon is on the 17th, so next Monday, and it's right before the summer solstice. So we are actually right now increasing in light. So usually this is an increase of energy. This is when we can actually see some growth and potential. However, I do feel like in order for that growth and potential to happen, sometimes you got to stop what you're doing and you got to take a step backwards. You've got to really take a good look at yourself within, and kind of reevaluate what's going on, where you're at, and check in with yourself. You know, we've talked about this before. I talk about this a lot. So today feels like one of those days. And it was almost like I got bit by the empowered bug today, because I was on a roll. I kind of nailed quite a few bit of tasks that I had to get done, intuitive stuff. So it was, I felt very empowered and very inspired. And I don't know how all of you feel, but I feel like going into this week, even though the energy might be a little on the outside, I feel like inwardly, I feel incredibly empowered to rise to the occasion of anything that I need to tackle. So if you are, hey Mandy, my love, welcome. I'm happy you made it. Look at that, we've got master number 11 viewers right now. So I feel like if you are feeling like Tor is feeling right now, and thanks for sharing, Tor, I'm going to use you as an example. If you're feeling like Tor is feeling, you know, it's a good time then to take a step back and, you know, recognize that, you know, the energy might be chaotic around you, but not to allow it to trigger you. Because really, essentially, anytime we come into contact with individuals who are in a bit of a state, and it's really an opportunity for growth for us, because it's either it triggers a reaction out of you, or it can trigger a compassionate non-action out of you. That doesn't mean that you have to allow, by all means, any craziness, but it's a great idea for you to take a step back and maybe recognize that, you know, whatever's going on within them may have triggered something within you, and now that's something that's a need to reflect on, okay? Oh, I see. Aha, I'm reading what you said now. I see. So very interesting, different sort of crowd, I guess you could say. Hi, Lynn. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Hiding, making bath. Look at that. Yeah, the bath mixtures. That's the engaging that sacral chakra there. It's kind of how I felt today, engaging the sacral, that sacred creatrix energy there, bringing something out. All right. So you're welcome. Thank you for sharing that. So that's it's a great example. I think that when you're feeling like you just can't process or be, and I know I have a really hard time being in crowds. I have a really hard time being on the road because I have such, I admit it, I have road rage, and I'm trying. It's teaching me. It is teaching me compassion and patience. But I have a hard time being on the roads when it's crazy. Like, you can tell when the energy of the day is just, it's going to be a brutal one, because people are driving like crazies out there. And for whatever they're going through in their journey is just, you know, that's tough. But when you feel that energy, you can channel it into something incredibly powerful if you step back, go within, and find what else needs to be done or can be done. So like me today, tackling a lot of intuitive projects that I was working on. And then Angie is tackling the making bath mixtures and essentials. And what that means, for those of you who don't know, is she's working with different types of natural herbs and crystals and whatnot, and creating some really powerful, magical stuff to soak in. And I need more, Ange. I need more. Full moon's coming. Hey, Linz. Welcome, lovely. Yeah, so that's a great idea. I will say that, especially in the past, when I've had emotional things come up, you know, I've got kids. So it happens. I've got a spouse as well, where you just get to that place where you're just like, oh, I'm either gonna go crazy, or I'm gonna, you know, take a step back, channeling those emotions into something creative. I've often grabbed a block of clay. So I love working. Those of you who know me know I time to time I'll make some clay sculptures and different things like that. And I'll grab a block of clay and I will literally just harness all of that energy and all of those emotions and put it right into a project. And the most amazing things come out of that energy. things that I probably may have not tapped into before. Even writing, sometimes I'll write. And so, yeah, definitely something to think about, okay? Oh, thank you, Tor. Well, you have a good rest. It'll be here on replay if you want to check it back later tomorrow or something. Rest well, and I cannot wait to see you in Avalon. So have a good night. We'll see you soon. Just waiting for your sticker, and I'll send you some. Oh, thank you, Angie. I appreciate that. All right, let me stop it. Oracle of the Mermaid. Speaking of all those feelies and emotions, we're getting in those feels this week. I've decided to work with the Oracle of the Mermaids. Mermaid energy is obviously the element of water, so helping us to channel those emotions. And also, mermaids are about relationships, not just relationships with others, but the relationship with the self, which is probably the most important one there is. So we're going to call their energy forth, and we're going to see what it is that comes forward for us all this week as a collective, okay? What guidance comes forward for the week of June 10th, 2019 for the collective's highest and greatest good? Oh, Tor, did you pop off already? Avalon, Homeland is the card. It's master number, Master Healer 44, and it's called Homeland. It's all about the journey home, arrival, establishment, and settlement. And yes, I will actually be journeying to my homeland, Avalon, next month. So how very fitting. So let me talk about the number first. I love talking about the numbers, and I'm not a numerologist. I do not claim to be, but I just listen to what numbers say. So to me, it does definitely resonates with what we call the master healer, because it's about coming into this place of arrival. You know, it's really about having gone through it. Hi, Jamie. Welcome, sweetie. It's really about having gone through it and having had to climb that treacherous and arduous mountain that is self-evolution. Self-discovery, soul journeying, the shadow work, the emotional trauma healing. It is all of the stuff that we have been dealing with for probably all the way up until this point. And it brings you to that place of arrival. Now you're at the top of that mountain, and you can take a really good look around and see how far you've come, see how much you have accomplished. But what you can also do at the top of that mountain is you can take a really good look around, and you can see how much is out there waiting for you to be discovered as well. So it's one point or layer of arrival, if that makes sense to everybody. So once again, hello, Allie. Welcome. For those of you just popping in, our card, you popped in divine timing, master number 44. It is homeland. So master healing being putting all of those pieces of yourself, almost like collecting, you know, like the bone collector or soul retrieval, those fragmented pieces of yourself that you've been working through, working toward in possibly many incarnations, but at least this incarnation, putting it all together and coming to that point of arrival, of accomplishment. 44 is also, to me, a confirmation from your higher self, from your angelic team, your family of light, that everything that you're doing is right on point. That, you know, we talk about this sometimes, and it's a little bit of a confusing area, because we talk about having a contract and a life purpose, but then we also talk about having free will, and nobody's future is set in stone, and it can be a little confusing. But what that means is that we all do have a purpose. We all have a destiny. But what I like to say is that we're not always fated to meet that destiny, because we do have free will. We have the choice to learn things the hard way, which is normally what we all do, and go through it, which is, it's really never wrong anyway, because it's all benefiting you, because it's all teaching you something. You're learning, you're growing, and hopefully you get to that point of having arrived in alignment. So your higher self is giving you that heads up, that checkpoint. You've gotten to the checkpoint, and this is exactly what you were supposed to be doing. This is exactly where you're supposed to be at. but more is yet to come. Now that you've arrived, what do you do when you get here? Hello, beautiful Anna. Welcome. I'm so happy you were able to make it tonight. So 44 to me is also about moving into alignment. So when I see the wheel of life, at least this one, when I see the wheel of life, it looks to me like a massive wheel, like a gear, if you will, like it's a wheel, but a gear, almost like a cog in the words are eluding me. Like in a clock, you see all the old school clocks, you see all the gears and they're all kind of like differently put together, if you will. So I feel like we are standing on one cog at a time. And in order for us to get to the next bigger wheel or cog, we have to do the work that sets the wheel in motion, that aligns us so that we can step forward onto the next cog. So that's what 44 also is to me. It's about coming into alignment with the next phase of your journey or your life path, the work that you're meant to be doing. So homeland, we have arrived this week. So again, it says arrival, a journey ends, establishment, building, and settled. So you can give yourself a great big pat on the back and appreciate yourself for how far you have come. And even if you've got another steep climb ahead of you, it's okay, because you can do anything at this point. Look at how far you have come. You're incredibly resilient, incredibly capable, and incredibly divine. So you can really accomplish anything that is thrown at you. So I am feeling like there is still, I'm seeing waves, like a rocky waves, like you get up and then all of a sudden you're like, oh boy, you get back up so there might be some of this going on for us and for some of us. And it's okay. It's all part of the process. So even though you have arrived in one step, you probably are taking a look at some things falling away this week. So don't be surprised if relationships go their separate ways, jobs end, friendships end, the completion of a project. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. This can be a very beautiful thing. But for many, many children, they're graduating high school, they're graduating grade school, elementary school, whatever you want to call it, and they're getting ready to move on to the next chapter. So, congratulations, everybody. You've done a whole hell of a lot of work to get here, and I can attest to that, myself. It's been quite the journey, but I will say that I've had my own personal experiences this week, where it's only a Monday, but weekend, that have been like, the only way that I can explain it is, like I've felt like this is going to sound really weird, but it's magical me. I felt like my soul descended into my consciousness or my body, if that makes sense. And I feel like there's this veil suddenly removed from my eyes, and I see things almost like across space and time. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody. It's pretty deep, but it's an arrival for me. So I can definitely attest to that. And there's more. I'm not done yet. We're never done anyway. If we're done, then we don't need to be here anymore. But it's part of my arrival has been happening. So I wish the best for all of you going through it. So remember that as you arrive, or I should say better yet, the things that are occurring this week that can seem challenging, that can test you and push you to your limits, remember in the back of your mind what it's pushing you toward. It's your arrival, a coming home. All right. Hi, Shelly. Hey, Karen. Summer break. Yeah, Lindsay, I know you're all excited about that one. Jesse has his promotion ceremony tomorrow. He starts middle school in the fall. Congratulations, Jesse. Give him a big hug for us and tell him that we're so excited for him. I mean, we'll see him next next week maybe. I don't know if he's going to make it or not. I didn't get to check to see who's making Magical Minds. With that said, I didn't even go into the news and announcements, so I'll do that next. But yeah, congratulations to him. And congratulations to everybody. Big steps forward. All right, so with that said, that is our message for the week. I will go into the mudra in just a second, but let me pause really quickly. Oh, thank you, Karen. You're such a sweetheart. I love you guys. You guys must be like the best viewers. I don't want to say followers. That sounds awful because we're like one. The best. You're my people. The best people ever. Oh, okay. Well, we're going to work something out anyways. We'll be in touch about, our plans for the summer. So we're going to work something out because I think a couple of kids couldn't make it. So what I'm talking about is Karen from Oracles of the Light and myself, we actually host a monthly empowered youth group for children ages 11 to 18 years old. And we actually bring the kids together once a month to teach them tools of empowerment, mindfulness techniques, how to be aware of their own energy, how energy affects them. And we teach them a lot of different spiritual tools that has nothing to do with religion and everything to do with self-awareness and self-empowerment. And so we teach them all of these different tools that they can use in their everyday life, especially considering how intense school can be for children. So we teach them things like that, but we also do game night. We have, different types of crafts and things and there's always a method to our madness. So they're always learning something, but it is free. It is donation-based only. Karen and myself do teach this together, and it's once a month. If you're interested or know someone who has a child that would be interested, feel free to share. If you go over to Oracles of the Light, we do have an event created for the next one, which is Friday, June 14th. We do need you to pre-register in advance, though, so there is a link for registration. So just reach out to us and let us know you sent registration, or if you're struggling with it, let us know, because we just need to discuss some things prior and make sure that we have everything up to par before your child attends the first group. Also, every Thursday for the month of June, Oracles of the Light has brought back our reading roulette, but it is a remix roulette. So we're doing a lot of different fun stuff. So we actually have a roulette wheel now. It's like the Wheel of Fate with the 3 fates. And it's got different options, the things that you can actually win. So it's $15 only. That's all it takes to participate. So the information and the event is created on Oracles of the Light. So go check that out. And it gives you all the information that you need. We will be live on Oracles of the Light page 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Thursday evening. So when you spin the wheel, you get an array of different opportunities to win a bunch of different stuff. If you want to see how it works, although we've even revamped it since last week because there was no one getting any prizes, and we want to give away some gifts and stuff too, some really fun stuff. So we revamped it so that it works out a little differently. But if you want to take a peek at how it does work, if you're interested and never have, you can check out the replay from last week on Oracles of the Light. Okay. Hi, Roxana. Welcome, sweetheart. So happy to see you here. And then the only other things going on for the month of June, I am teaching both Reiki, Yusoi Reiki level 1 energy healing, as well as level 2. So both of those events have also been created, I think, here on Magical Me as well as Oracles of the Light, but I can be mistaken. It may just be here on Magical Me. But both of the events are created. Check them out. If you are interested in taking your own abilities, your not just your healing abilities, but it does, having a Reiki energy attunement does expand your awareness. It opens you up to different abilities in ways that you weren't previously able to, because it is kind of like a rewiring of your hardware, and it helps plug you into source energy to be able to transfer and act as a vessel or conduit for universal life force energy and healing energy. So if you are interested, the event is created on both pages for level 1 and level 2. Level 1 is the prerequisite for level 2. So you absolutely do have to take level 1 first before anything. And all the information is there. I believe June 23rd and June 30th, if I'm not mistaken, but those dates could be June 23rd. I might be off, but it's around there. It might be the Sunday prior to the 30th, whatever one that is. check it out. It's up there. All right. And that is it. So Reading Roulette is our fun special. It's a great way to get readings. It is a great way to get healings. We introduced chakra grid healings this week, this month. Wild cards, prizes, all for $15. So go on over, check that out. I'm just reading the comments. Anna says, so on point for me, and I still need to watch from the beginning. Oh, thanks, sweetheart. Thank you for confirming that. But yeah, trials for sure, but we know it's not our first rodeo. It's definitely all about the trials for the growth and the expansion. Has definitely increased my intuition. Yeah, mine as well, Courtney. I learned that I was a medical intuitive or empath through my first level degree in Reiki way back in 2008. Never knew what that was, but I learned real quick when I started feeling other people's issues as I was working on them. So yeah, awesome stuff. Okay. Sorry, but my throat always gets a little weird. Okay, so this is the mudra part. So for this segment, I actually work with the mudra deck. This one is Mudras for Awakening the Energy Body by Alison D. Nicola. And it has mudra cards as well as chakra cards, but each mudra is actually connected to chakras. So you kind of get all in one. It's pretty awesome. So mudra, the word, is Sanskrit, and it actually translates to seal or energetic seal. So these seals are actually what you utilize with your palms or your hands. So within our palms, we actually have chakras. This is how energy healing works. Through opening and working with these chakras, you can conduct healing energy. Your fingertips are incredibly powerful as well because they act as triggers and are connected to the elements. So when working with a mudra or an energy, I like to call it an energy seal because it acts to me like a button that when you utilize it, it actually activates an energetic chakra in your body or energy center. So each mudra is connected to one or more chakras, and through channeling your intention, breathing, and creating those energy seals with your hands or mudras, you can awaken the life force energy within you and open, and I should say, better promote a healthy flow of pranic energy throughout your body and your energy centers. And you can actually remove and clear out blocks. You can also alleviate blocks on the physical body, such as dis-ease, physical ailments, discomfort. And you can do that because through working with your through working with your energy body, it transfers onto your physical body. So that's really what metaphysical and energy healing is that it's all about working in those layers that are your emotional layers, your mental layers, and your spiritual layers. And this is the last part, which is the physical body, a physical manifestation. So once you channel energy through those layers, it does allow for not only blockage to be removed from those layers, which can in turn remove blockage or dis-ease and ailments or discomfort on a physical layer. Okay, I hope that makes sense to everybody. So these are very powerful. They have been used for thousands of years, if not longer, specifically by the ancient Tibetan monks, but they are still very widely used today, and they are incredibly powerful. So powerful that some of these actually do come with cautions, and I will let you know that in advance because we are going to do these together if you so choose. So by channeling that energy into your chakras, it actually, like I said, moves on to the physical. If you already suffer from physical issues, such as, let's say, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, digestive issues, it depends on the chakra that comes out as to what area is going to overstimulate. That can be a little irritable or irritating to your physical body and issues that you may already have. So in that case, Angie Walters, my sister from Crystal Essence Healing, likes to pop in and talk a little bit about the mudras because she works very much more in depth with them than I do. And so sometimes the mudra goes with a chant or a mantra, And you can use that instead of the actual mudra so that you can still work with it, but not have the, I don't want to say negative side effects, but the other issues that could, complications that could come up, I guess. Okay. Hi, Rochelle, and hi, Cal. Welcome. You guys did miss the energy update. Is that what I'm going to call it now? I think so. The energy update. The Oracle message for the week and the news. But you are just in time for the mudra, and you can catch everything else back on replay. Okay. All right. So how I like to do this is I call forth a mudra that is going to resonate with the message of the week that we received. And then this basically helps us to take our power into our own hands. It's one thing to hear me tell you things and to see, to just listen to what you can expect. But this actually allows us to put it into motion. So it's really a way of empowering yourself and facilitating the growth that needs to occur. Okay. So I'll pull the mudra, and then I'll show it to you, talk about it, and we will do it together if you choose. After the live is done, I'm going to take a picture of it and post it on my page, and I encourage you to save it to your phones or whatever device you watch on, and work with this once a day for the rest of the week until next moon day, and watch the powerful transformations that happen. Okay? Funny. Funny transformation is the card on top. All right. What mudra comes forward for the world as a collective's highest and greatest good to facilitate our growth and what we most need? Oh my goodness, I thought it was a transformation when I almost burst out laughing. But it's equally as good because it is number 20, which is a 2. 2 is the number of balance, union. Also the number of things kind of moving together, falling into place. The yin and the yang, all right? It's also the number of relationships, but it is radiant light. And it is the Surya Mudra. I love, 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 love this one, but it's super potent. And therefore, it does come with a caution. And those of you who have done this with me before know that this one kind of leaves you a little, woo. So the cautions are for anyone who suffers from digestive issues, use caution. And that could be an array of things. So anything gastrointestinal, solar plexus area, you play at your own risk, okay? So radiant light, it assists with clarity, personal power, and self-esteem. Supports digestion and aids assimilation of life experiences. Increases metabolism and detoxification. I think I need that one. Energizing effects helps to cultivate passion, clarity, and personal power. So the yellow is obviously very connected to your solar plexus. The chakra are just above your navel, below your diaphragm. Hello, Rosa Maria. Welcome. Thank you for being here. And this is our power center. This is literally what allows us to take our power, stand in it, own it, and go forward fearlessly, courageously. I always see the lion energy associated with this chakra, okay? So think of the lion or Leo, right? And like solar energy as well, so you get that divine masculine energy, which is action and movement, so putting things forward. And Angie says it's also connected to the sun god in Hindu culture or Hindu belief, Surya. Okay? And it is the Surya Mudra, which translates to sun. Oh, Rosemaria. Okay, well, let me just tell you. It does say that it's a caution for anybody who experiences digestive issues. Just because it's said to assist it, but it can overstimulate because of the amount of energy that you're channeling through. So just a word of caution. If you do decide to try it, just, be mindful of that in advance, because I wouldn't want you to have any issues. But, there are sometimes mantras to go along with that. So I don't know, Angie, if you know if there's a mantra to go with this one, she'll drop it in the comments. If so, and then maybe you can use the mantra instead of the mudra. Beth says, that's totally synchronistic. My mom is texting me and she is a Leo. Ooh, so then my sister girl, this is probably something you most definitely need. Hi, Leah. Welcome, lovely. We are just about to do the mudra together. Everything else can be caught back on replay. Much love to you and the family. I hope that you're all doing well. All right, so how we do this one, we'll do it together. So you're going to bend the ring finger of each hand and bring to the thumbs, covering the nail of the ring finger with the pad of the thumb. Sorry, it would help if I put it in the camera. Extend the remaining fingers, and then you rest your hands on your thighs, palms facing up. Okay, so both hands, palms facing up. Rest them on your thighs. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to have everybody close your eyes. And I want you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And as you release, blow the breath out of your mouth, channeling it into that power center. So just above your navel. You can even envision a golden or yellow wheel of light. And as you channel the energy and blow it through, you can actually see it illuminating or spinning that wheel. Take another deep breath in. Pull in that yellow light. And release. Last time, deep breath in. And release. And you can state, my inner light is vibrant, luminous, and alive. Ring finger. Did I say middle before? Ring finger, sorry. Hello, MJ. My inner light is vibrant, luminous, and alive. Last time. My inner light is vibrant, luminous, and alive. And so it is. And Angie just commented with a mantra. It is Suryaya. Is that right? Suryaya Namdag. And sometimes when you search these mudras on, I was going to say, is it Namaha? Sometimes when you search these mudras like on YouTube, you can actually find the chants, and you can, so this way you don't have to memorize it. You can actually just follow in turn with the chants. So definitely check it out. Again, it is the Surya mudra. Surya. It's backwards, I know. Okay. All right, I'll take a picture and post that on my page, and feel free to keep, I know. I'm not even going to try to follow those mantras anymore or say them out loud, because, you know, they're like, Sanskrit is like a tongue twister for me. I look ridiculous, but that's okay. If it makes somebody laugh, I'm happy with that. So thank you. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Much love and gratitude to all of you for your support, for always being here. I hope that you have a magical, inspiring, and empowering week. And I look forward to seeing you over at Oracles of the Light on Thursday for a remixed reading roulette. Bye-bye.